welcome to the Fumble. I'm Britt Johnson. Make sure you click subscribe if you haven't already. The UFC has been known to do some things for views, but their latest stunt is just a little too far according to the MMA community. It was just announced that former NFL defensive back Greg Hardy would be making his UFC debut on January 19th in his first ever card, which will air on ESPN. As of Tuesday, the contract hasn't been officially signed yet, but the major problem here is that Rachael Ostovich will also be fighting on the same card as she is set to take on Paige Vanzant. Why is this a problem? Well, Ostovich's husband is currently facing second-degree assault charges for beating her last month. Greg Hardy was arrested in May of 2014 for assault. Reports stated he assaulted an ex-girlfriend by grabbing her, throwing her into furniture, strangling her, and threatening to kill her. That upcoming season, Hardy was deactivated, and a year later, Roger Goodell suspended him for 10 games, but the Dallas Cowboys still signed him to a one-year deal worth $11.3 million. His 10 games were reduced to 4 games, and on November 5th, 2015, the domestic violence charges against Hardy were expunged from his record. However, just a day later, the website Deadspin released the graphic police photographs of Hardy's ex-girlfriend's injuries. The Cowboys did not re-sign him, nor did any other NFL team. In October 2016, he announced he would be training for the MMA and, with the help of Dana White himself, promised to get Hardy on the right track by giving him a second chance. Okay, I think second chances are great and all for people, but how tone deaf is the UFC to put him on the same card as Rachael? The MMA community took to Twitter after the news broke, saying this: Greg Hardy's eventual UFC debut was always going to be controversial and met with heavy criticism. However, to debut him on the same card as Rachael Ostovich, on the first ESPN card no less, is a dubious decision, at best, and incredibly tone-deaf. Another saying this: ESPN is reporting that Greg Hardy will make his UFC debut on the same January 19th card as Rachael Ostovich will fight on. That's incredibly poor judgment by the UFC and so easily avoidable. This one says, "Are you serious, UFC and Dana White? Come on, this is absolutely horrible putting Hardy on the same card as Ostovich. What is wrong with you?" And this one read, "If not a single one of you MMA media members in attendance for that UFC on ESPN card featuring Greg Hardy and Rachael Ostovich dare to raise the topic of domestic violence during your fight week interviews and media obligations, you are a effing fraud." So, what are your guys' thoughts on all this? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media at @IamBrittJohnson. Don't forget to like this video, click subscribe, and shop the Fumble store for the latest game day gear. I'm your host, Britt Johnson for the Fumble, and I'll see you soon.